Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the video game Bravely Default 2, which I beat this game about a month ago, but the way my channel is, I can only really post one video a day, and when I do the live streams, it's kind of difficult to post videos because, if I post videos, I want people to watch them. So I kind of have to do one video a day. So this kept getting bumped, to next week, until finally I have a chance to talk about it now, which, great game. We'll look in a minute with the capture card. I'll get that set up in a minute. I'll show you some stats and everything I did in the game and some footage. But I think I put like 70 hours into this game, probably even more, because, it is a difficult game. When you fight the bosses, you're going to die, like, at least once against the boss fights, and then you got to figure out, which job class you want to use for that specific fight, and a lot of trial and error with that. But I loved it, man. From Square Enix, right? And the thing is, it's Bravely Default 2. I haven't played any of the other Bravely Default games. I think there's one on the 3DS. There's some spin-off Bravely Default games. There's some on, like, phones, on iOS or Android or whatever. But it's similar to, like, Final Fantasy, I guess. I look at this game as, like, not even a new and improved version, but, like, the modern version of Final Fantasy V. Because of the job class system, you have the 4 party members. And I think there's, like, 25 different job classes. So with that, you can use 2 at a time. Like, you can say you want like a mage, right? A black mage and a red mage. So you want the offense and a little bit of healing. So you can customize your job classes. It's very intuitive, very interesting. You also have the brave function. So you can stack your attacks and you can do 4 attacks in a row. But what that does is if you don't have like your brave meter stacked up, you can't do anything for 4 turns. So if you wait and you default, you can gain power and do all-powerful attacks. And it's very interesting. You have to get the boss patterns down right so you know what to do, because you don't want to use like 4 attacks in a row and think, oh, hell yeah, I did a lot of damage, but then you can't do anything for 4 turns. So it's a lot of strategy. I really enjoyed it. As far as the story goes, it's a really basic story. It's the 4 heroes of light. You start out as, your main character. You can name whatever you want. The default name is Seth. So, but you can call them whatever, which is kind of annoying because there is voice acting in this game, and they call all the other characters by their names. You can't decide their names. Like in Final Fantasy games, you can choose their names. And this reminds me of like Final Fantasy X, right? With everyone has their names, Yuna, Waka, Kimahri, Riku, etc. But Titus, he's Titus. And they never, like, Yuna, having all the great moments with Titus, never calls him Titus. It's just like, oh, you, oh. It's like, no, just, I like the immersion of me being able to name the character, but when there's voice acting like that, you want to have, the main character, like, especially if going back to Final Fantasy X, I always sort of invoke that kid because I love it so much, but you want to, like, have Titus use his name. But anyway, so your main character washes up on the shore, and then you get acquainted to the other characters. On the cover here, you see Gloria, who's, like, the princess. You meet, you saw in the thumbnail there, which I'll show you again. I'll just show you. So the left there is Adele. Then you have the main character in the middle, Gloria, and then Elvis over there. And, you meet them pretty much right away. You meet all sorts of other characters who aid you on your battle. Like there's, again, a little bit of spoilers here, but this is in the prologue. There's an old man who joins your party named Sir Sloan, and he is OP as hell. And you learn later that he's one of the original Warriors of Light. And what I mean, he's OP. He's doing like 8,000 damage to your, 100. So he's just one shot and everything like a madman. And in the prologue, he goes against Adam, who is one of the, not the final boss, but one of the later bosses in the game. And, we actually fight Adam in this boss fight and get our asses kicked. You're meant to lose. And Sir Sloan steps in and, like, buys us some time and holds his own for a good while against Adam, but falls in battle. So, so some moments like that, which, in old school Final Fantasies and other games of that nature, you always got, like, a character death or someone who would join your party and then they die, like, if I refer back to Final Fantasy VII. So sorry for a little bit of spoilers there, but this all happens in the prologue within the first hour. So, if you're going to play it, you'll know. Great artwork here. Like, I don't know if you can see because of the glare of the shades being up in there, but here's some of like the artwork of the characters. It does have the chibi art though, which I know some people don't like. Personally, I'm not really a fan of it either. Like, if I have the choice to play Final Fantasy IV, you have the DS version of the chibi art. I want to play the PSP version, right? But if you can get past that, it's got some great music. there's like when you do the random battles, it almost sounds like the original Final Fantasy battle theme in the very beginning, like the dun, like when you get right into the battle. It's just great combat, really cool for the job classes. The story is minimal. Like you go around and get the four crystals, the earth, wind, water, fire crystals. You got to retrieve them. I think overall there's 7 chapters plus the prologue, so it's a relatively long game. As you defeat bosses, you claim their asterisks, and that's how you can gain, job classes. You start off as a freelancer, and then when you meet Elvis, he, of course, is the black mage. Gloria becomes the glorified white mage. Adele starts as a freelancer. You get Vanguard, which is like your swordsman, archer, monk, any job class you can imagine. In the end, you get one really OP, the Hellblade. So, some really cool job classes, great music. There's a little bit of fake get at the end. There's 3 endings, and you can stop after the first ending, but it sort of says, oh, you find out what happens next, and you sort of go through it, and there's 3 different endings. They're all canon, in my opinion. So you have that going on, but the story's minimal. There is a cool little sequence of all the characters you meet throughout. There's like 5 different realms, and what the last big realm you're going to face, that's like where the main enemies are holed up in. All the characters, all like the NPC type characters you've met in the other realms join you for this epic battle. So I thought that was cool, seeing all the familiar faces join the battle again, and some good stuff. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to pause the recording here with my boomer attack. Okay, so here we are back on the Switch menu. You can see here, this game's coming out next week. I can't wait for Triangle Strategy. But let's boot up Bravely Default 2. And one criticism I have, I don't know whether this is because I played it docked or what, but there's a lot of lag in the game, which is, I don't know. The Switch, the standards for the Switch, it's kind of on the lower end with the other consoles, even with like the PS4 and whatever the hell the Xbox is. What number are they even on with the Xbox? With PlayStation, at least you have it all numbered properly. With Xbox, it's like Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Zero. I don't even fucking know. But we'll boot this up. I'll show you exactly how many hours I played. I hope this doesn't really spoil stuff. So, okay, we have new game. Yeah, once you win, you have new game plus. So autosave. Fuck, this is gonna be like all spoiler stuff for you guys. Well, sorry about that, but I'll just show you. So I'll show you the job classes, and I guess I'll show you like a random battle. And one thing, I like to normally 100% these games, and you see the chibi graphics. I mean, if you get past this, it is fun. I did max out all the characters. One thing that really bothers me, which, how do I show you this? Because it's been a while since I played the game. Is it lore? Right, so lore. So I did unlock all the monsters. I made it a point to fight all the monsters and to fight all the bosses. You see right here, I don't know, I have to go through all this, but fight all the optional bosses and all that stuff. I like doing that stuff, having all... Oh, shit, I didn't... Oh, this is, the final boss, that's why. I booted up a different save. But with the items, try to get all the items. But one thing I didn't get was all the weapons. I don't know what weapons I'm missing. I'm missing some weapons. It is what it is. If this was on the PS4 and it was trophy related, I would go and try and get all the weapons. But because it's not, I can't really be bothered trying to get more. Same thing with armor. I think I didn't get all the armor, right? Yeah, missing a few there. And then they have a mini game. It's similar to Triple Triad, like Final Fantasy VIII. But I played it a little bit. The rewards, they weren't really worth it to me, so I gave up on it. Missing all that shit. Oh well. But you see here, so yeah, we did put 70 hours in with all the job classes. You start as a freelancer, black mage. This is all the order you unlock them. Black mage, white mage, vanguard, that's like your swordsman, monk, bard, that's good for like buffs and really not debuffs, just buffs. Beastmaster, thief, gambler, that was kind of a useless skill. Thief is really good. You see I have my character here equipped as the, what is it, swordsmaster and thief, because that move, where is it, Godspeed Strike. That's a very OP move right there. Level 9. Gambler, Berserker, Red Mage. You see with Red Mage you get some offensive and healing spells. Ranger, Shield Master. That's your tank. This is another useless skill. The Pictomancer. Like, what the fuck even is that? Dragoon. That was pretty good. But I think the Swordsmaster is a little more powerful. Spirit Master. This is a Holy. That's good for Holy. White magic. Swordmaster, Oracle. This is another good one for haste and all that stuff. Salve Maker. This is good. The one ability, Widen Area, that's good for using elixirs because it lets you use, normally an elixir you can use it on one person. Widen Area lets you use it on all 4 of your party members. Arcanist, Bastion, Phantom, Hellblade, and then the Brave Bearer. So my party is equipped. Let's see, I have Swordmaster. Gloria is the Bard and the White Mage. Elvis, what was he equipped as? Spirit Master and Salve Maker. And then Adele. Where the fuck is she? I'm just a little confused with this menu. It's been a while since I played this game. She is the Thief and... Oh yeah, same thing as my character. So that's pretty cool. So let's get into a random battle and I'll just show you, what happens, I suppose. Although, am I at the final boss area? I think I'm at the final boss area, which would be unfortunate if we triggered that event. Alright, so here's an enemy. So, we'll get the first strike on him. They're all afraid of me because I'm so OP. We'll get the first strike on him, and that boosts up our Brave meter. Alright? See, we already have 1 Brave point. Normally we start with 0, but we got a first strike. And I'll just show you here with Thievery. Godspeed strike, I'll stack it, and... just fucking kill him. Yo, look at all that damage. But I'm so OP. So anyway. So I'll cut back to me now. So alright guys, so yeah, I definitely recommend this game if you're into old school turn-based games. The footage, I don't know. I'm a boomer when it comes to this shit, so at least I did show you some footage. I know it's kind of OP. But yeah, I like to 100% these types of games, but I just saw the menu there. Can't really do it. I will show you here if you're interested. It varies what site you go to for how expensive this game is, but you can get it for like 30 bucks. So I'll show you the sites here, and you can pick and choose. So Best Buy, you got it for 60 bucks. Whatever. GameStop is used for 25 bucks. What is it new? Oh, it's 40 bucks new from GameStop, so there you go. And then Amazon, which I wouldn't recommend Amazon because fuck Amazon. 40 bucks and then 45 bucks for the European copy. So there you go if you want to buy it. And for whatever reason, it's always cheaper to get the physical copy for some reason. I got this game for 30 bucks last summer. It was on sale. So you can wait around. Maybe it'll go on sale later. But yeah, definitely recommend it if you're into the old school turn-based games. As far as my next game, I have Triangle Strategy pre-order. That is going to be here next week. So I can't wait to try that. And then, like, 2 weeks later, we get Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. So, a lot of cool games to look forward to. And, there you go. So, thanks, guys. Have a great day. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Let me know what games you're playing. And, we'll talk to you later. Have a great day, guys.